hectic holiday shopping season is once again upon us, and by some indicators, off to a strong start. Online spending on Thanksgiving Day sitting at all-time high at $5.6 billion. And although the price of Thanksgiving dinner is still higher than it was when Biden took office, the president just had to take a victory lap.
Well, this past week, as Americans gathered around their own kitchen tables for Thanksgiving dinner, that was our goal, to give them a little more breathing room. From turkey to air travel to tank of gas, costs went down.
But unease lies just beneath the surface as new data from a Wallet Hub survey reveals that with credit card debt above average this holiday season, nearly a quarter of Americans are still dealing with holiday debt from last year.
Joining us now live in studio, Breitbart economics and finance editor John Carney. So good to see you, Mr. Carney. Record spending because of inflation,
right?
Because prices go up, so it's automatically a record. And then the debt that didn't, about a quarter of the debt from last year hadn't even been paid off.
And that debt is very expensive. I mean, if you carried debt a couple of years ago from year to year, it's not so bad. In an age where you're paying 25 to 30% interest rates on your credit cards, that is a really huge burden. Hopefully people aren't financing all of that debt with credit cards, but have a smarter way of doing it.
But it seems like the American shopper is resilient. And yes, they're piling on debt. And I mean, 25% of Americans still paying debt off from last year's holiday season. At some point, there has to be a consumer debt hangover. At one point, you run out of credit, you can't spend any more money. When does that hit, John?
Right. Well, so it has been hitting a little bit. We've seen some of the excess savings that people built up when they were told they couldn't spend money because you couldn't go out, when they were sent stimulus checks, when they didn't have to pay their student loans. That started to come off, but it's not coming off like a cliff. It's just phasing off. But one thing I will say is the unemployment rate is still very low. When the unemployment rate is low, people will continue to spend money because they are not worried about losing their jobs, so they're not as afraid of accumulating debt.
I still think those buy now, pay later services, which you can pay up to 36%
They're everywhere this holiday season.
They are the boil on the backside of America. From November 1st through November 26th, $7.3 billion in online spending was driven by the buy now, pay later, and that's up 14% from a year ago.
And you can look at even small purchases and you get an offer, buy now, pay later, and you don't always realize that the interest rate that you're going to be paying if you really do pay it later is going to be very high.
All right, John, let's talk about this because despite major backlash, even boycotts against the recent woke corporate push for diversity, equity, and inclusion, those policies may not be going anywhere. A recent survey shows that while 60% of professionals involved in corporate social impact work have changed the way they talk about their work, just 10% saw any tangible reduction in their company's commitment to DEI policies. So, John, we're seeing more Americans push back against DEI, and companies are still pushing forward with DEI programs, but just not talking about it?
That's right. Look, they got really open and they got pushed back by the American public and frankly by the Supreme Court when they ruled that colleges couldn't engage in this race favoritism. But it had become very open in the wake of the death of George Floyd, where companies were just outwardly saying, well, we're just going to hire more, given whatever minority they were looking for into this position. People started to push back. Of course, they're still doing the same thing, though. They're just being underhanded about it. And frankly, I think that this will become a legal issue eventually, because the law isn't you can't just not discriminate openly. You're not supposed to be doing it secretly either.
You know what I think will blow it up in corporations is what people have watched what's gone on college campuses with Jewish students being attacked because, again, Jewish students, Jewish individuals, you're the oppressor.
Right.
And, I'm on the pyramid, the power pyramid of adversity, and Jewish people are the oppressor. And people are watching this going, this was taught, this was, bred on these campuses. It's a cult of hate.
But
and
that
if you're
cult
a
of hate-
shareholder, you better blow it out of the corporation.
Right. Unfortunately, the cult of hate is now inside the corporation.
Right.
It's recent college graduates who are running these DEI programs, and it's them, and they're going to keep pushing it because they really are true believers in this ideology. They've been taught it since they were very young. Getting them to give it up will be very hard, and I do think it's going to be a struggle that will take, probably another decade at least.
But the name is a lie. There's no diversity. There's no inclusion. It is my way or the highway. I will chase you down. I'll beat you up. There's no diversity in DEI.
How about it's anti-Semitism?
Right, the entire thing has been a lie from the start. It's really about, it's not equity, it's exclusion. It's not diversity. It's, hey, you go die and get out of our company. We don't want you here. And it's not inclusion. It's, in fact, just indiscriminate prejudice.
Totally. John Carney, always a pleasure. Thank you.